Hello everyone. Today we will be going to discuss about the AutoGluon library. So basically AutoGluon is a open source AutoML library that automates deep learning and machine learning for real world applications involving image, text and tabular datasets. Whether you are a new to machine learning or an experienced practitioner, AutoGluon will simplify your workflow. With AutoGluon, you can develop and refine state-of-the-art deep learning models using just a few lines of Python code. So basically in this quick start, we will use the task of image classification to illustrate how to use AutoGluon's API. In this tutorial, demonstrate how to load image and corresponding labels into AutoGluon and use this data to obtain a neural network that can classify new images. So this is different from the traditional machine learning where we need to manually define neural network and then specify the hyperparameters in the training process. Instead, with just a single call to AutoGluon fit function, AutoGluon automatically train many models with different hyperparameter configurations and return the model that achieve the highest level of highest level of accuracy. So you can see in this particular image. So consider this second block as an AutoGluon model. So what we are feeding into the AutoGluon model is the data should be in the form of image, uh, CSV file, document, and the video file. And then AutoGluon model will be going to predict on our new data. So this is the simple pipeline of the AutoGluon, you can say. So basically, to kick a start with the AutoGluon model, initially we need to install the AutoGluon, and I have already installed the AutoGluon model into my environment using the pip install AutoGluon command. So I have already installed it in my environment, so I am not going to install it. So let's say next, to import all the AutoGluon's packages and packages that comes that will be handy for our image classification work. Now the first work involves in this is to create image dataset. For the demonstration purpose, we will use a subset of SOPI IT dataset from the Kaggle, where each image in this data depicts a clothing item and the corresponding label specify its clothing category. Or subset of the data contains following possible or subset of the data containing possible classes like baby pants, baby shirts, women casual shoes, and women chiffon top. So you can see, you can get this data from this Kaggle website. I will paste the link of this particular uh, data. I will paste the link to download this dataset in the description box below. So you can check this out, and you can see this is having data which is split into train and test. So in training file, we have four categories like baby pants, baby shirts, women casual shoes, and then women chiffon top. And so let's see how we are going to classify this particular how we will, let's see how we will, let's see how we will be going to classify this particular categories. So initially, what I'll need to do, I just need to download all those data set using this particular link, and you can also download the data from this link. So basically, after downloading the data, we will be going to arrange this data into a CSV format, where into the CSV format, sorry, in the data frame, sorry, in the CSV format, where one particular column will indicate the image uh, column, and another is a label column. So in the image column, we'll provide the root, we'll provide the path of the dataset, and in the corresponding label column, we will give the class of that particular images. So for the sake of simplicity, I have only uh, taken 800 rows of data set and having two columns. So basically we are having 800 uh, images and their corresponding labels. And now in order to use the AutoGluon's fit mod, in order to use the AutoGluon's fit function for the image prediction work, so basically we'll use the image predictor function and we'll apply the fit method on it. So basically, since the original data set does not provide the validation split, the fit function split it randomly with 90:10 ratio. Now I have setted the I have taken the epoch number 2. You can if you want, then you can change it, like if you can change it to 10 or 20 or 100, uh, depending upon how much time you have and how much data you have uh, for the training purpose. So you can see I have already trained this model, and I have already trained this I have already trained this model, and you can see this particular training is giving me some configuration, like batch size is taken 16, which is by default. And also, like you can see, I have specified the number of epoch is equal to 2, and then mm, it is using the time limits of 70 to 100 second, basically 2 hours if I'll convert it into hours. And the model it is picking ResNet 50. And GPU, I have trained this model on the GPU machine by enabling GPU. You can also enable the GPU from the runtime button under the change runtime type 6, mm, under the change runtime type. So you can pick either CPU, GPU, or TPU. So I have used number of GPU per trial is equal to 8. So and the AutoGlow model will be going to pick it by default. So you don't need to worry about this. So after training, so my training um, took around 35 seconds, and my best training accuracy it is giving 0.53, and the score validation accuracy is 0.71, which is not bad. Now let's see some of the let's see some of the summary, uh, what AutoGlow model has uh, learned by default. So basically, you can see batch size it is using 16, as I mentioned earlier. Number you can see all the things that AutoGlow model picked by default. You can also uh, you can also you can also sorry, in the fit method, you can also within fit the data set is automatically split into training and validation sets. The model with the best hyperparameter configuration is selected based upon its performance on the validation set. The model the best model is finally retrained on our entire data set, that is merging training plus validation using the best configuration. And finally, you can see the total training time and the training accuracy 0.53, and the validation accuracy around 0.71. And if you want to predict on a particular image, then you can uh, pick from the test data set using iLog method by giving its a row number and the column number. So basically, it is picking in the first zero means it is picking the first row, and in the image uh, uh, it is picking the image from the first row. So basically, by using predict method, we can get the class of that particular image. So it is going to fall under the first category. So, and if I'll want to know what is the probability that it is going to fall under the first category, then I have to use the predict parabola method, predict probability method on this particular images. So you can see it is having the probability of 0.27 of falling into the class 0, and probability of 0.29 for falling into the category 1. And similarly, you can see for the second category and the third category, we can see the highest probability in this case is 0.29. That's why model is picking this particular model is saying this particular image is going to fall under the first number of category. First number of category is nothing but the baby pants. Now if I want to predict the results on the entire data set, then we can also do using the predict method, and it will give you the whole prediction, and finally you have to save the model into the finally you have to save the model. So you have to just provide the name of the name that you want to give to your AutoGluon model. So I have given the name predicted.az for the model. So you can see here, it saved my model as a predictor.az. uh, .az means it is considering AG as an extension, and we have saved this our model. And if I want to test on the another image, let's say any image, then you can also predict the in which particular category this particular image will be going to fall in. So you can see this particular image is falling into the first category. So that's it for today.